I guess sandy feet are what I get for going to a desert in the rain. Well, today I am going to the beach. I am now in Varna, so I left here yesterday and I got a 6.5-hour bus out here to Varna. I slept in this morning. I did not realise how long I slept for, nor did I intend to sleep for that long. But I'm on the coast now. I think there's also a port, but why not go to the beach first, right? And then I can explore the city a bit later. But it's supposed to rain later, so I want to get the beach done first. Yesterday, as I was coming back from the bus station where I got dropped off, so the weather was decent on the bus, you know, just odd spot of rain here and there. As soon as we got off the bus, it started tipping it down with rain, and then there was a thunderstorm as well, so that was fun. I had to walk for a bit over half an hour in a thunderstorm to get to my hostel, which got there and was just soaking, and just took a shower when I got there because I needed to. I stank from all the rain. I tried to take a video of me walking in the rain. My phone was not liking the rain on its screen, and as soon as I started filming, my phone told me your storage is full. So that didn't really work, and I can see the sea in front of me now, so I guess I'm gonna go try to find a beach. And just like that, 5 minutes after I arrive on the beach, it starts raining. Just my luck. Well, people are backing up now, so I guess I'll go do something else. I guess I'll go into the city for a bit. I did not bring an umbrella with me because I really did not think I would need an umbrella on this trip. I really naively thought that it would be mostly hot whilst I was here, at least hot enough that a bit of rain wasn't going to affect me. And yet it's rained almost every day since I got here. Fun. Dear BBC Weather, shove this 2% chance of rain up your 2% chance of rain. Well, given that it doesn't fall below like a 60% chance of rain tomorrow in Varna, I guess I'm gonna go do the stone forest today. I might go back to my hostel first and get a coat and hope for the best, because what the is this weather? I came to Bulgaria for sunshine. It's currently warmer back in England, where I'm from, than here. I considered bringing my raincoat with me. I decided against it because it wasn't supposed to rain for another like 3 or 4 hours. Yes, I do now regret that decision. Well, I'm just gonna brave it back to the hostel and go get some more layers, and hopefully I can still go to the stone forest today, but I don't know, because at the moment the path is a stream. There's literally a stream going down the path. I'm freezing. This was the wrong choice of clothing, and I hope my jacket is dry enough for me to wear because I only brought one jacket. I wasn't planning on it being this cold. Well, it's thankfully not really raining anymore. I mean, a few spots here and there. And you still see streams on the floor, which I'm walking through in my sandals. But now we've just had thunder, which of course is so much better. I haven't seen any lightning flashes yet, but I'm sure it won't be too long until we do. Oh dear. Let's just go back to the hostel and hope the weather doesn't get even worse than it already is. And to rub it in even more, back in England, where it's normally like this, it is now sunny and warm and definitely not raining. So I'm currently in a place called the Stone Forest, which I really wanted to visit because it looked amazing. Well, I'm technically not there yet. I still have to walk about a kilometre think I heard it should be about 800 meters. But there's some of it here. I'm technically in a desert now, which is interesting. There's only 2 deserts in Europe apparently, and this is one of them. I'm guessing the other one is Spain, or in Spain. So this is fun. I had to get a taxi out here because the bus goes to about 3 kilometers away from it, and it's raining, so I don't feel like walking that far in this weather. And people are asking me like, why today? Why did you come today? Because it's my last day in Varna and I really wanted to see this. And Varna is the nearest place to here to get to it. But yeah, I am here in the rain, which is super fun, right? Apparently it's normally really sunny in Varna as well, so just picked the wrong time to go. Oh well. There are supposedly lots of reptiles that live here, and some people may know that reptiles are another one of my passions, so travelling and reptiles will keep me happy for quite a while. But unfortunately this weather is not the best, because you're most likely to see reptiles out basking, and well, there's no sun to bask in. Ooh. It's all just cloudy and cold. The taxi driver actually estimated that the trip would cost a lot more liver than it did. Whoa, okay. So I'm glad that it cost less. And I've just seen the first ones. These are amazing. It's just so weird. It's like a natural Stonehenge. Given that Stonehenge just kind of... I've never actually seen it, but it just looks a bit boring, to be honest. Here, wonders of the world, right? Replace Stonehenge with this. The one behind me kind of reminds me of a fallen tree almost, but it is in fact rock. I mean, stone, stone forest. So yeah, it just kind of looks like a fallen tree, but it's just weird. Nature is weird. Last time here I do kind of want to go surfing because, well, reptiles. But at the moment, this weather, my phone screen's getting covered in rain. That isn't really happening. I found a lizard in Sofia, but I haven't seen anything here. Only animals I've seen are really cats. I think I saw a bird as well earlier. So the rocks here look really porous, which kind of confuses me, because I would have thought porous rocks would erode away faster. Maybe the rock was made with streaks of a softer rock inside, which got worn away, and that's what the porous lookingness of it is. I think I'm kind of towards the end here, so I'll just walk right down to the end, see if there's anything else. This is really interesting. Definitely should replace Stonehenge as the wonder of the world. I mean, seriously, look behind me, that's amazing. I do kind of need to look on the ground just to make sure I'm not going to step on anything. I mean, still, I'd like to step on a reptile. That sounds really bad, but I wish they were out and about. But still might be something I could step on that isn't good. I found a rusty nail over there, and although I've had my tetanus shot, I don't really feel like needing to use it. Yeah, just I don't actually have insurance here, so hopefully I won't regret my decision to not have insurance. I'm glad I came here. I'm always glad that it's raining as well, because there's no one else here. I get it with myself. There's also exits down there. I don't think there's anything else, like stone. We've walked down there a bit more. But then I've got a taxi waiting for me at 25 stinky a minute. So I should probably go back over there. Just walk back through slowly. But I can see that there are normally tourists here because I find trash. There is trash around here. And it's sad that that is the way that I can tell that there have been tourists here. Inside one of the pillars, I was looking inside a crevice because, you know, maybe there's an animal living inside there. But instead I just found that it had been used as a garbage bin. And that makes me sad because there are so many lovely places that just get destroyed by the amount of tourists coming here. And I'm just glad that this place is still relatively good and not ruined by tourists. Take away with you everything that you bring to anywhere that you're visiting. Don't leave your trash everywhere to just ruin it for the next people who come here. Normally people in deserts are happy when it rains. I am not happy that it's raining in a desert today. How? This is actually a desert and it's freaking raining so much. And I'm guessing it has been over the last couple of days as well because the weather in Varna has been awful. Oh well. Apparently Brits talk about the weather too much, but why would I not? The weather is awful. I just want sunshine. I came here looking for sunshine because anywhere outside of England has better weather than us. Maybe not like the very far north, like middle of nowhere in Russia, but you know. Anyway, behind me is this weird circle of rocks, which I guess were put there by humans. Hopefully not tourists ruining it, but let's just say it wasn't tourists and it was put there by some ancient humans, which is interesting. It's like they're just worshipping the ones there. Which is interesting. So where I am now, there's loads and loads of stones on the floor, which is kind of weird. It's definitely interesting to navigate on foot. But then you're just ruined by some factories in the background. Oh well, humans ruin everything, or at least that is minimal, and it's just in the background. I think I see some other people who brave the rain stupidly like me. Ooh, another huge rock pile. I guess. I can see my taxi is still waiting over there. He's probably happy waiting, let's face it, it's just more money for him. And then I think this is some kind of cave behind me. I guess I'm gonna go in there now. I've seen two other groups of people walking in, they were both two people, so I've seen 4 other people here today. Maybe a good idea to come in the rain. Anyway, let's go into the cave because at least it's sheltered, right? Ooh, bird. Don't know what bird that was. One that flies. Ugh, my feet are all sandy. I guess sandy feet are what I get for going to a desert in the rain because then my feet are wet and the sand sticks to them. Oh dear. Oh well. Guess I'm gonna brave the rain again and go back to my taxi. Oh dear. What am I doing? Still raining. I got the taxi driver to take me back to the bus station so I could book a bus to Burgas, where I still need to book a hostel or hotel to stay in. I just go for a hotel, less creep, because we had a creep in our hostel last night. Thankfully I wasn't really the main target of him. Yeah, hostel wants him out, thank God. First time someone like in power has really listened to what we're saying about being fucking creeps, so that was good. Maybe a hotel is just better for them. I do like the atmosphere in hostels, but it might be easier to just get somewhere a bit more private. I have to look at what's available in Vegas and how much it's going to cost, because I do officially now have a bus and it is still raining, which is fun. And I'll explain more about Creepy Guy in a bit after I cross this lovely road here. Okay, so it's kind of annoying when you do get a creep because I booked an all-female dorm room, but it doesn't seem to be the case in this hostel. Everyone kind of gets their own little room. It's a really weird design which I haven't seen done anywhere else, but we have kind of a privacy curtain. That's the only protection from others that we have. Oh my god, what's happening with my camera? Oh my god. This man who staying in the hostel. I met him downstairs, he introduced himself to me and I was like, okay, person. And he then started asking me if I had a boyfriend and stuff. And naturally I was like, hell no. He's like, why not? You are so pretty, you should have a boyfriend. Anyway, this was after he'd said something about being so religious and he wants to go to Brazil just to see Christ the Redeemer. His English was also really broken. And naturally, I am gay. I don't want to say that too loud here because like 70 to 90% of people here are homophobic. And because of stereotypes, naturally, with religion, there was no way in hell I was going to say anything about sexual preferences because I didn't really feel like getting attacked. So anyway, after he accepts that he is quite a bit too old for me, he is 30 and I am 17, after we established that he is too old for me, he starts talking about other Bulgarian guys, like younger Bulgarian guys in the hostel who I should see about going out with. Because, of course, everyone needs a Bulgarian boyfriend. Especially when they have no interest in being in a relationship and are gay. Yeah, that was interesting. So anyway, I just kind of quietly excused myself and started messaging some of my friends like, fucking hell, what do I do? This creep is saying stuff to me. Anyway, so I went into my bed. I came in quite early last night because, well, the weather was much like this, except maybe a bit worse with thunder. About 6 o'clock this morning, we hear banging on the front door of the hostel. There is the hostel manager trying to get in because it turns out the other lady who is staying in the hostel, she is French, and she is a bit older than me. She is 30 something, so she was also staying there. Turns out he opened her privacy curtain twice during the night, and that's quite concerning, especially when you are solo female. Now, I sleep through anything, so I don't know if he opened my privacy curtain or not. I assume if he opened hers, he probably opened mine too, you know? She messaged or called the hotel reception because, what the fuck? And anyway, this is the hotel or hostel manager. It's got a hotel in it as well, on the opposite side of the road. And he comes banging on the door, getting someone to let him in. And he comes in and he checks everyone's bed. Because turns out, this fucking creep has stayed there for something like 20 nights without paying. So they're trying to get him out and, like, if you ever see him again, tell us, because we want to evict him. So they drag him outside, he runs away, and yeah, we slowly go back to sleep because it's like 6:30 at this point. We're trying to work out what's happening. Thankfully there was another guy in the hostel who was awake because of all the banging and stuff. He was sort of going downstairs with both of us because naturally me and the French girl didn't really want to be downstairs alone if there was a chance, but this creepy guy was in the hostel. This other man is like going down like, what is happening? He doesn't speak great English, but at least he's like there for us. Anyway, we're then talking to the hostel manager to see what is like happening, and he explains what's going on. And I tell him about him trying to come on to me and set me up with Bulgarian guys, and he's like, why don't you tell me? Like, this isn't appropriate. You need to tell me. That's probably one of the first times ever that someone who's properly taken me seriously about sexual harassment. I'm amazed. I mean, I'd rather it didn't happen to start with. I'm glad they are taking me seriously now. I swear, the roads are gonna kill me. Green man, train cross. Car comes around the corner because I think Germany did this as well. They can turn on a green light when I have a green line to cross. But they have to look out for people walking. But yeah, this one didn't, and just sort of braked in the middle of the road and looked at me like, what the fuck are you doing? That's fun. But at least here there are zebra crossings, and most cars do stop for them, which is good. But someday you just have to still run across and risk your life every time you're crossing a road.